In this section, you will fill out your parents' financial information. To make it easier, it has been broken up into 11 parts. Before you begin, make sure to have the following on hand. 1. Correct tax information for the FAFSA application. Remember, this will be 2-year-old tax information. 2. Correct W-2 forms for parents. If your parents are self-employed, they will not receive a W-2. 3. Additional information not included in tax return. Ask your parents if and how much they receive of the following: child support, living allowances, veterans non-education benefits, any other untaxed income such as workers' compensation or disability benefits. This information will be used later on. As a reminder, correct tax information will depend on the year of attendance. If you will be attending the 2017-2018 academic school year, use 2015 tax information. The FAFSA will ask you if your parents have completed their IRS income tax return, depending on tax information year you must declare. You will also be asked for your parents' filing status. Make sure to verify this information with your parents. This is very important. As you should already have the correct tax information available, we recommend using the IRS data retrieval tool to transfer over your tax information. To use the IRS data retrieval tool, follow these steps. 1. Once you are able to update any tax filing status from will filed to already complete, you will be prompted with a few questions. 2. If you or your parent selects no to all of these questions, your parents will be given the option to enter their FSA ID and link to the IRS. 3. If you choose to use the IRS data retrieval tool, you will be notified that you are leaving FAFSA on the web. Click OK. 4. Now enter the requested information. Be sure you enter all information such as addresses, names, birthdays. This must match exactly with the information on you or your parents' tax return. 5. Click Submit. 6. Once the IRS has validated your identification, your tax information will display. Click Transfer Now and you will be returned to FAFSA. 7. For the IRS data retrieval tool to work, you must return to your FAFSA application to sign and submit it. When returning to the FAFSA, questions that are populated with IRS data will be flagged as transferred from the IRS. Part 2. Enter your parents' filing status. If you use the IRS retrieval tool, this information will already be filled in. As a quick reminder, if your parents are married or unmarried but living together, information from both parents will be required. If your parents are divorced or separated and live separately, input the information from the parent you lived with the most during the last 12 months. Other scenarios include, if your parent remarried as of the date you fill out the FAFSA, your step-parent's information must also be reported on your FAFSA. Part 3. Tax information. Information will vary by type of tax return filed. Remember that if you use the IRS data retrieval tool, these questions will be autofilled. Use the right-hand Help and Hints tool to help you fill out these questions. For example, to find your parents' adjusted gross income, or AGI, if your parent filed a 1040, their adjusted gross income is on line 37. If your parents filed a 1040 EZ, their adjusted gross income is on line 4. Part 4. Parents' wages. These can be found on Box 1 of the W-2 forms received by your parents from their employers. If your parents are self-employed, they will not receive a W-2. Part 5. Dislocated worker. Your parent is a dislocated worker if they meet the following: have lost their job, if they have been laid off, if they received a layoff notice, if they are self-employed but have been unemployed due to economic conditions or natural disasters, if they are displaced homemakers. More information can be found at fafsa.gov. Answering yes to this question may result in providing further verification to your financial aid office. Part 6. Federal benefits. Answer yes if anyone in your household, parents included, have received any of the federal benefits listed below in the past 2 years. Supplemental Security Income, or SSI, is not the same as Social Security benefits. Part 7. Income Tax Amount. Let's find it. If your parents filed tax return 1040, the income tax amount equals line 56 minus line 46. If your parents filed tax return 1040A, the income tax amount equals line 28 minus 36. If your parents filed tax return 1040EZ, income tax amount equals line 10. Part 8. Additional financial information and annual untaxed income. For this section, remember to check all that apply. Please be sure to provide annual amounts for each checkbox that applies. Child support. Only include if the child support is paid for children not included in your household. Part 9. Asset amount. You may be asked if your parents' assets exceed a specific amount. Keep in mind, this is unique to every student depending on previously entered financial information. If your answer is yes, you will be asked to provide your parents' asset information. This amount should reflect the values as of the date you filed your FAFSA. Part 10A. Bank accounts. Report the total current balance of all your parents' cash, savings, and checking accounts. Part 10B. Current net worth of investments. This part includes any real estate owned. Do not include the home your parents currently live in. Trust funds, money market funds, mutual funds, stocks and bonds, CDs, education savings account such as Coverdell and 529 college saving plans, even if they are under the student's name. To find the net worth amount, you can do this simple calculation. For a rental property, the current market value minus mortgage debt owed to the property equals net worth. Remember, do not include property value of your parents' current residence, life insurance, or qualified retirement plans. Part 11. Net worth of business or farm. Report the net worth of your parents' business or farm. Do not include value of a family farm if your parents live on and operate it, value of business if it's owned and controlled by your parents and has less than 100 full-time employees. Repeat the steps for student financial information and contact your financial aid office if you have any further questions.